Hi everyone, it's Robin Steele with Robin's Refined Style. So let's get glowing with those Acqua Lumiere deluxe samples that you received. So on the back of each sample, I took them all apart. You have a strip of 4 samples. On the back of each one, it does tell you how to use each one of the products, but I'm going to show you exactly how I do it. So we're going to start off with the cleanser, and I'm going to compare kind of how much is in here to how much I usually get out of each of the products, because each of the samples is 2 milliliters, and so I feel like maybe some of it is like just right, perfect for what you might need, and some of it might be more than what you need for just one application. So let me take a look here. So we're going to start off with this Hydrating 3-in-1 cleanser. Okay, so I would say this is probably about the amount that I usually pump out, one pump, if I'm going to cleanse my face. Now if I'm wearing makeup and I need to take off like eyeshadow, mascara, eyeliner and stuff like that, I will do, like, first I'll do my face, and I'm also going to do my neck and my chest. And then I'll go back and do my eyes with just like a half a pump or something like that. So it's the morning right now, so I don't have on any makeup, but I need to cleanse my skin. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to take this just dry and put it directly on your face, okay? And so you're going to massage it for about a minute, okay? And what I like to do, because you do need to, kind of cleanse your eyes, but you want to be gentle. So I do that to that area. And once I have some over my face, I'm going to take a little bit and I'm going to massage into my neck and my chest. I won't usually take the full minute for this area because I've just literally taken a shower, but I do love to get skincare, whether it's the cleanser, serum, moisturizer, down into my neck and my chest because we really neglect this area. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my face and just massage. And like I said, usually you would do this for about a minute. And for me, I do make sure I get in my nose area and my chin, because I do get blackheads. So I do want to make sure that that area is cleansed. And for me, I have scalp psoriasis, and sometimes my eyebrows get kind of dry. So for me, I like to, well, the skin under my eyebrows. So I actually do like a little bit on my eyebrows as well. Okay. All right. So this is going to be the different part. You're going to take a washcloth and you're just going to press it into your skin wherever you have just cleansed. And then once you press it in and you get the water from the washcloth on your face, it's going to, there's not going to be no crazy chemistry reaction or anything, but the water acts as a bridge that blends with the baobab oil that's in the cleanser, and it helps to like pull the things off of your skin. And then we'll go and just wipe gently after that. So I did my neck, so I'm also going to do it on my neck and on my chest here. And then I'm going to do it on my face. And I like to gently, like, just tap like I would normally put on my my eye cream. And then what I like to do is I like to flip the washcloth over, and then you're just going to gently pull away from the skin. And if you've never experienced a bamboo washcloth, they're like seriously amazing. These washcloths, I've never felt a washcloth this soft in my life. So I highly recommend grabbing the 3-pack, I believe it is, to try. And then I'll just do an easy swipe under the eye. Okay. So that's it for the eye cream. So you can, if you want to, you can splash water on your face if you feel like it has to like get rinsed off. But I don't necessarily worry about that. And it says you can pat it dry. So if you wanted to, you know, take a towel and pat dry, you can do that. I kind of like to leave my face and my neck and chest a little damp, because a lot of times things get absorbed better when there's dampness, especially because this has hyaluronic acid in it, and hyaluronic acid holds like 100 times its weight with water, so it holds that moisture for you. But if you already have like dampness on your skin, it's just going to help the hydration even more. Okay, so next we're going to do the serum, the hydrating serum. So I'm going to pour some out and see. Okay, so I've actually put more than what I thought I was going to. This is more than I usually use in the morning. I usually use 2 pumps of this, and there is still some left. So you could definitely get at least 2 uses out of this. Like, I have a lot on here. It just kind of came out. Okay, so here's how I like to do it. You can do it however you wish. I personally start like right here, because I've got this, you know, from squinting and stuff, I get these lines right here on the bridge of my nose here. And of course I have the 11s. And then I also have some dryness right here. So I like to start personally at the center of my face and then move outwards. But also make sure that you're getting all the way like out to the edge, to your, you know, to your hairline. Don't neglect that part of your skin. And also against like the jawline and right underneath of your chin. Like, I've got the jowls here, so I like to, and I personally have lines starting around my lips, so I like to get in that area as well. And then I'm not pressing hard or anything. And then I have forehead lines here, so I just like to push up and out and really try to like, and you can get like right here near the orbital bone here. And then also take whatever is left on your hands and take it down into your neck and your chest. And even on the backs of your hands, because we really neglect these parts. Okay, so when you're done with that, take the palms of your hand and push the serum into your skin. And then I kind of just do different areas depending on, like, I'll use my fingers in certain spots in a minute. And you're going to want to kind of let this sit for about a minute before we go to put the next one on. Like I said, I have these wrinkles here, so I kind of will press a little bit more. Okay, so something else about the hyaluronic acid that's in this. So the hyaluronic acid that we use is a special type of hyaluronic acid. It's not just the basic hyaluronic acid, it's the special one. So besides holding 100 times its weight with water and holding that moisture, it's actually even 5 times more potent. So it holds 500 times the amount of water, okay? So, and if you noticed, every single thing of your samples, it says hydrating cleanser, hydrating serum, hydrating moisturizer, hydrating eye cream. So what sets this apart with Bellamy is that when they went to make the Acqua Lumiere line, they wanted to make it hydrating, because when your skin is hydrated, it's stronger, okay? So it's able to do, you know, it's able to look better. It's able to have that youthful glow. It's your skin barrier is stronger and more hydrated, so it can hold the moisture in, and it just helps you to just look that much better. Okay, so now we're going to go on to, now I know on your pack, the eye cream is before the moisturizer, but I like to put my moisturizer on, I like my eye cream to be the last thing I put on. Okay. So I'm going to put this on. Now, I will preface this to say that for me, I have very, very dry skin. And so I actually follow up with our Indulgence Moisturizer once I'm all finished with with this, okay? But this is still an amazing moisturizer. It is great for fine lines and wrinkles. And in addition to the hyaluronic acid, all the products in all in this Acqua Lumiere line. So this might be a little bit more than what I usually use. I don't use as much because I'm also putting this moisture on. So you might need 2 pumps of this as opposed to the one that I use. So you would just have to see how your skin, you know, reacts with whether you're more oily or more dry. You know, that's going to base how much of the product that you want to use. And so just like the serum, don't rub it too much in your hands because you don't want it to absorb into your hands. You want to get all that goodness onto your face, okay? Like I said, I like to start in the center here and then go out. Like I said, I have lines around my lips, so I like that. Now, okay, so I will use a little bit more because I like to put this on my neck and my chest as well. Whoa, okay. That was a little more than I wanted, but that's okay. My neck and chest will feel wonderful now. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on. And this one also says that you may want to go ahead and let this sit for a minute. Don't forget your hands. Don't forget the back of your hands. And so this will probably be a lot quicker for you to do because I'm talking a lot, even though you're like taking a minute to wait before you put on the next product. You know, I'm kind of talking. So, in addition to the hyaluronic acid, the wonderful hyaluronic acid that's in our products, the special one, there's vitamin C in all these as well. And vitamin C can be very temperamental. Like it doesn't last very long. It can become like not potent very easily. So it depends on how it is made. And so our vitamin C is actually has an oil base to it. And so that's the best vitamin C that you can get on the market in skincare to use as an ingredient. So you're not just getting any old vitamin C, the lowest level. You're getting the highest, I don't want to say dosage because that's not the right word, but the highest level of vitamin C that you can get for the best efficacy so that it works when you use it and it's going to be stable, okay? And so it can do what it's supposed to do. Vitamin C is such a wonderful antioxidant, and it also helps to brighten the skin as well. So if you have, you know, darkness and stuff like that, melasma and stuff, it should be able to help with that. All right, so now I'm going to move to the eye cream. Okay, I'm going to try to go easy on this so I don't push too much out. Although I personally tend to use a lot, okay, of eye cream. So I got this much. So I'm going to split this between the two. And you probably don't even need this much. This was actually a lot. You kind of just squirt it out. And so I'm just going to tap this on. And you stay kind of like, you know, right around the orbital bone there. You know, you can feel and you can see it. And then my personal preference, because I do like to make sure I'm getting like near, you don't obviously get in the eye, but I like to, I'm not going up into the corner, but down by the orbital bone up here, because we really get dark and everything right in the corner of the eye. And then, like I said, I have these wrinkles right here on the bridge of my nose, so I also take the eye cream right up there on the bridge of the nose. And if you're not wearing makeup, I haven't tried this with makeup because I use, my eyelids are oily, so I use a primer on my eyelids. But at night, I always definitely put it like right here where you're getting the beginnings of those crow's feet. And you can also take it up right underneath your brow, right on the orbital bone there. And then if you like, you can also take it out on the side of the temple there where those crow's feet are going to keep going. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and start with the other eye. And I'm just going to do the same thing. And one special thing about this eye cream that I took a training on it where this chemist who was going over all the ingredients in some of our products, and she was talking about what they do and all the benefits. And I mean, she was being very technical and everything because she was a chemist and talking about like the chemical structure and stuff like that of certain ingredients that we use. And one thing she said about, there's a certain ingredient, like I can't even pronounce it, that is in this eye cream. Now, this is just a tip. I also use it around my lips because I'm starting to get those lines. So you can dab it right around here. Okay. Okay, so she was saying that there's a certain product in here, ingredient in the eye cream, that helps it stay in place. So like most of your skincare, like it can travel, like, you know, up and down. So like you don't want to put something super close to your eye up farther than the orbital bone because it can literally travel up. But she was talking about how we had this amazing, and I can't remember it, but I wouldn't be able to pronounce it anyway because it's a super technical, only if you took probably organic chemistry would you even know what this is. Ingredient that it, you know, where you apply it is where it stays and it doesn't like travel, so you don't have to worry about it like getting into your eyes. Okay, so that is the 4-piece Acqua Lumiere set. Let me see if I can get all these up here. Okay, so this is a 4-piece set. You can actually get it together as a set on my Bellamy website. But that's how you use everything. If you happen to, you know, get the samples that I gave you, that is how I use them. Certainly, if you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to help you. And like I said, there are other things that I use as well. I use the Indulgence Moisturizer. And then, of course, you're always going to want to top it off with some kind of sunscreen during the day. So I don't have my sunscreen just yet, but I will put that on when I'm done here. So thank you so much for watching. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. And thanks so much for watching.